Welcome to A Day in the Life, where we take you behind the scenes of the departments that keep Leesburg running. Today we're with the Grounds and Streets Department, the team that keeps our roads safe, our parks beautiful, and our streets marked. From maintaining roadways to planting trees and putting up street signs, let's take a look at how this essential team ensures our city looks great and functions smoothly every day. Tim, what is involved when it comes to maintaining the streets here in Leesburg?
Maintaining the streets is more of a visual, where you're constantly patrolling and looking for low-hanging branches, potholes, signs, leaning signs, down signs. It kind of all rolls into one, to where if we don't patrol them and monitor everything, then you got potential for injuries to the public, accidents. So it's constantly got my team riding around no matter where we go. We're never off duty. We're always looking, always watching. Do we count on the public to relate back to us? There's a pothole here, the sign down here, and the quicker we know it, then the quicker we can respond to it.
So Tim, how do we prioritize what streets need repairs versus upgrades?
It depends a lot on the amount of complaints that come in. We know if it's a high traffic area, we want to get out there as quick as possible, because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Or to where if it's in a slower pace residential area, it's just a pothole. Nobody's saying, oh, I ran through it and my wheel came off or anything like that. We try to prioritize and triage, if you will, the worst getting the first. When it comes to signs, if it's a stop sign, it's immediate stop and go. If we're doing a pothole patch here and somebody says that there's a stop sign down, we stop what we're doing, go get everything to get that stop sign back up, because it could be a matter of life and death.
So Tim, what tools do you guys use in your department for the streets maintenance and repair and signs?
We use everything from a skid steer all the way down to a square shovel, brooms. It all comes into play. Once you do what we refer to as the cold patch for pothole repairs, most of that's done with a shovel, rake, and a broom. Oh, and a tam. Then we get to the bigger leaks, like say the water department has a water leak under the road and we have to tear the road up. Then we're going to use the skid steer, for one, to remove the asphalt that we've tore up, and two, to backfill the hole so that everybody's not breaking their back trying to shovel the wet mud and all that. We let the machines do the work for us, which saves us a lot of time and energy.
What type of grounds maintenance do you handle throughout the city?
Well, we do every aspect of landscaping. We do regular lawn maintenance. We do all kinds of pruning and tree work. We do shrub and bed maintenance. I mean, any aspect, anything you see a regular landscaping company, we're taking care of for the city.
So Jim, another question. How do you keep our parks, our public spaces, looking their best all the time?
Well, it's all schedule valued. So if you can keep a good schedule and hit every park and keep the standard that we actually have a standard for the city and for the grounds department. We want to keep that standard up, and as long as you keep on that schedule, the parks will always look good for our customers.
What type of seasonal tasks do you manage to keep our parks looking their best?
Well, of course, during the rainy season, we're chasing grass. The grass grows like crazy, so we're doing a lot of lawn maintenance. We also have to keep up all the trees, the shrubs, and the beds during this. But on off season, when the rain stops, we're doing a lot of things, like we mulch all the beds, all the planter beds in the city. We do mulch the playgrounds in the city. We do muley grass maintenance, palm tree maintenance, crepe myrtle maintenance. And then basically that's when we're planting all new beds.
So my last question for you, Jim, is how do you deal with like invasive pests, weather-related damage when it comes to the city?
So when we deal with pests, we use a lot of we use an insecticide. We do apply some ourselves, but we also have outside contractors that come in that can use the chemicals, which are a much quicker acting, have quicker acting ingredients. It almost acts immediately. So we use chemicals for that. We use fertilizers before the rainy season to get the grass going. And we also use herbicides to manage the weeds. Weather related, we do have a lot of heavy rain. We do have a lot of wind. We do have hurricanes. So especially in our parks, I mean, not just exclusive to our parks, but all of our open spaces, we need to make sure that we clean up whatever is down on the ground quickly. We need to look up in the trees, make sure it's safe for our customers to walk under. And it's just a matter of getting the stuff up quickly and making it safe.
Tim, how do you manage the installation of traffic and street signs throughout the city of Leesburg?
Usually it's again, by a threat level, as far as if it's a regulation sign, which is anything that controls traffic, then that's we go now, especially with stop signs. But anything speed related, anything that can cause traffic to run astray or not stay on its beaten path. Anything other than that is a non-regulatory sign. If we can break away, we will, but we'll continue until we're done doing the current job we're doing, and then we'll respond to that.
What are the standards for signage, and how do you ensure visibility and safety for drivers and pedestrians when it comes to signage?
Basically, we follow the MUTC guidelines. It's for the DOT. And then we also follow through City of Leesburg. They have their own standards, which basically follows the MUTC, which is the Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices. Everyone in the United States follows the same guidelines. It's for regulated signs, which is anything that controls traffic flow. They make them all uniform so that if someone comes from Michigan to Florida, there's no surprise in having to guess what this sign means, what that sign means. The only time you would see any difference is if it's a non-regulatory, which is, sidewalk closed or anything like that. Those don't have really so much of a guideline to do it. It's just the regulatory signs that really need to be managed and followed to the guideline specs.
What type of signs are most commonly needed, and how do you address damaged and outdated signs?
Most commonly signs are, I'm going to say, stop signs. For some reason, a lot of people have problems navigating a turn. Usually it's people with trailers. They swing a little too sharp and the trailer doesn't follow directly and it wipes out our sign. Other than that, it's just speed signs, speed limit signs. They take a beating from semis. They get over too far and they usually get taken out by a mirror or whatever, and then they just bend them enough where you can't see them.
How do you ensure that signs are installed correctly and they meet our state and federal guidelines?
We follow the Manual and Uniform Traffic Control Devices. This is through DOT. Everyone in the country follows this. That way we have uniform signs so that if somebody from Michigan comes down here, they're seeing the same exact signs, so there's no surprise as to what that sign means or whatever. And then we also have the City of Leesburg Standard Operating Procedure and specs for the signs, which basically follows the MUTCD to the T. And then just that, everything has to be maintained at a 7-foot level so to prevent anyone from bicycles hitting their head, walking hitting their head or anything. And then sticking out into traffic, you can get the lower signs, and then now you're going to be in side mirror areas.
Can you tell us a little bit about the job opportunities and how someone can go about finding out more about those?
Yes, sir. We're always hiring in Public Works. We have vacancies for every job that you've showcased in your segments. Folks can go to the city's website and find the link and apply. Go to our HR office on the 3rd floor of City Hall. Or we have magnets that have QR codes on vehicles that they can see throughout the city.
Today we've seen firsthand how the Grounds and Streets Department works tirelessly to maintain the roads, parks, and signage that make Leesburg safe, functional, and beautiful. From keeping our streets in tip-top shape to enhancing our public spaces, this team is the heart of our daily operations. If you're looking for a fulfilling career in this department, the City of Leesburg is hiring. Visit leesburgflorida.gov to learn more about job opportunities and how you can be a part of this essential team. I'm Mayor Alan Reisman. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time on A Day in the Life.